Hey everybody, this is PyjamaPrime, back for another Transformers review. It's been a while, I know, but this time I'm going to be reviewing device label Blaster, or Broad Blast, or Broadcast, whichever you want to call them.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. My. Can't touch this.
Alright, and here we have device label Blaster here in laptop slash USB hub form mode. So there's not much to him, obviously, in this mode, his vehicle mode. I think it's a nice update. Obviously, he's a Toshiba laptop. As you can see on his front, it says Toshiba. It's very nice. It's a very nice top to his laptop. He's got a full QWERTY keyboard on here, but you can't see it. There you go. Nice full QWERTY keyboard. He's got like a little mouse pad here. He's got some speakers. He's got, I think this would probably be a power button. Little Toshiba here. He's got 4 USB ports, which work. They all work. Just let me get device label Tigatron one sec. So here we have Tigatron, my GIMP Tiger. He's missing a leg now. But if you use the USB, you can just plug him in. And if he's connected, there is a connection port. Where is it? There's a connection port here where you could put a cable to plug into your computer. And then he can use these 4, or a lot of times if you have a thick enough USB hub or USB stick, only 2 of these. You can use these ports to increase the amount of ports you have available. So if you have I think most standard laptops have 4. So if you use this, taking up a space, that brings it down to 3. But you have 4 here, so you have 7. See my math skills there. The one thing about this vehicle mode is that there is some robot kibble on the bottom. You can clearly see his chest and his head in there. But you know, if you just kind of have it like this, it's not too evident. The only thing I have a problem with the disguise element is that there's a big Autobot symbol on the screen. If it had something else, like in the original pictures that we saw, like the Windows default screen background, it probably would build that element of surprise. But anyway, let's get to transforming him. First, what you want to do is bring down the legs, extend them, and rotate so that the ports are facing forward. Then what you're going to want to do is bring down the feet by just pushing them, and they'll come down. I'll show you again. There's a little bit of a, you're not going to be able to see, but just push it and it comes down. It's a nice thick foot, and it's pretty sturdy even with it kind of cable-y back here right now. And my shelf is very dusty. Next, what you're going to want to do is separate the screen so that frees up the arms. Bring these down, bring these flaps down, and then you have the arms. Bring them down. The fists were pegged in these on these pegs. Then what you're going to want to do is you take the black bit of the arms, unclip them, and bring them back. fists like to get caught. Struggle. There, got it. Got to kind of wiggle the hands free. And there you have a hand, an arm. And then you do the same thing on this side. I think this one's a little bit easier to deal with. Or not. Alright. And you have most of them. Last thing you got to do is take the chest, push the head slightly forward, rotate, and push it back. And there you have Blaster. And he's a really nice looking figure. I really like him, and I think this new alt mode suits him quite well. Articulation wise, his arms are on like double ball joints, or his shoulders on double ball joints, so it allows for a lot of movement. His these elbows are on both ratchet joints and a ball joint. These ball joints on the elbows are a little bit loose, but you know, they don't have to hold a weapon since he doesn't come with one, so it's not too bad. The fists are on ball joints. They go back just due to the transformation, and they turn 360. The head is just on a swivel, and it goes 360. The legs are on, they swivel out. They're on a bit of a ratchet joint. They only go 90 degrees. They're on a double ball. They're on a double hinge. The legs are double hinged, and a big issue with some of the blasters I've seen on YouTube, it doesn't. This leg did not always extend fully. The problem being that there are wires that go through the legs and into the ports. Because of this, some people's blasters' legs don't fully extend. They just kind of stuck like that or something. Or, no, it'd probably be that. So that's not cool. But luckily, mine extend all the way. So for a size comparison, we are going to bring Blaster's nemesis, Soundwave. And as you can see, Blaster is a little bit taller. There. Blaster's a little bit taller than Soundwave. It's not too bad. It's not a big difference. But it's probably just to facilitate the different kinds of electronics in there. But you know, it's good. Finally, the last gimmick that Blaster utilizes is that he can fit G1 cassettes in. Now, I don't have any G1s on me, but I do have Universe Ravage. And I actually haven't tried this yet. And he fits yeah, he fits in there. Doesn't really go all the way. It's probably just because, yeah, it's probably just because of these legs. It doesn't fully shut. It shuts most of the way, but probably on an actual G1 cassette it would fit a lot better. the legs on my Ravage are a little weird. But anyway, that is Device Label Blaster, and he's pretty cool. Would I recommend him? Definitely. He's a new blaster. You don't need to spend the huge amounts of money for a G1, and he's got way more articulation than the G1, and he's a working USB hub, which, unlike the MP3 player Soundwave, is quite useful, or can be quite useful at least. The only problem I have is, well, most of the problems I have with him can actually be fixed with the repro labels, which is what I'm going to be reviewing next. I'm actually going to do a repro label review, not just a preview. This is kind of a two-parter. Part 1 is Blaster, and then Part 2 is the repro labels. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. So I'll see you back in a bit. Bye.